Good morning and happy Thanksgiving Eve, I guess we should say.
Yeah.
Kate Harris here,
Good
Leslie
morning.
Benedetto, and we're finally ready to wrap up our Periscope topics on sabotage. I think it's time.
Have some fun, enjoy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the last topic we're going to kind of hit two topics today. And this is not only for Thanksgiving, it's for Christmas, birthdays, any holiday coming up. There's this big trend now, and it has been for several years, that you're going to make everything healthy.
Swap it out, right?
For Thanksgiving.
Swap this for that, make that choice, put it in there. You don't need to use this substitute.
So last week, Kate was trying to get a hold of me, and I had to message her back and say, hold on, I'm doing some math. Now, those of you who know me know that when I do math,
Step back.
things just got real. So I'm on Facebook, and a health coach slash nutrition someone posted a version for sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Quinoa crumble sweet potato was the recipe. And it kind of caught my eye because I thought, that has a potential.
Right.
Quinoa is not a low calorie.
It's great for you. Right.
Great grain. So I went in, and of course, here's why it caught my attention. It's a healthy, it said right in the article, healthy and gluten-free. Now we know if something is gluten-free now, it has spiritual significance.
Stop.
A higher realm of nutrition. It could be tapioca powder, but it's gluten-free. And if you're celiac or you have other health conditions, then absolutely, gluten-free is what you need. So I start looking at this recipe. And I found it interesting because at the bottom of it, it had the nutritional breakdown, but no calories. Well, I know how many calories a carb has, so I'm like, I'm going to do some math here. I figured out the calories. And I was like, well, that's a lot of calories. So then we all make...
Right.
Well, I don't, because I'm really
or
picky
something.
either.
You might throw some marshmallows
Right,
in
everybody
there.
makes the s'more sweet potato.
Yeah.
It's a staple.
Sure.
So I went into the McCormick site with the original recipe. And I looked at it and its nutritional value. Now, the healthy, spiritually elevated, gluten-free,
You're so there.
quinoa-topped sweet potato casserole versus the McCormick marshmallow.
Yeah.
You save with the quinoa-topped, wait for it, 11 calories. However, something interesting, 6 more grams of fat. It was higher in fat with this other recipe, lower in fiber.
And there's a psychological significance to this too. There's an element to it.
Yes.
You say, I'm swapping out because I have to.
And it's healthier.
Gotta do it. As soon as you say, I have to, I've got to, this is the way it has to be, your mind is already saying, I'm being deprived. There's something I want and I can't have it. So when you make those substitutions, if it's not truly volunteer, willing, you're already sending a signal to your brain that you're being deprived. So why not just eat the traditional version that you like and move on?
Take 2 bites less and you'll save 11 calories.
There you go.
Not only that, but what we have a tendency and what's happening is we're making what we think are healthier versions of things, but they have a lot more calories than we realize.
And because they're healthy, you think, I can have more of it.
Not even I can have more, I don't think we pay attention to the portion.
Okay.
It's healthy. So I don't think we're like, oh, I'm going to eat as much of it. But it's not getting on the radar, but it is calorie dense.
Yeah.
It's calories your body can use, but only to a certain point. Too much is too much. And I think we're going to look at that topic in December, January a little deeper, because I think that is where a lot of people are derailing their efforts. They're making healthy choices, but they're not looking at the calories.
Right. The other part of sabotage, turkey shaming.
Oh,
Don't let anyone shame you into thinking that your Thanksgiving dinner is bad. It's bad for you. How many posts have you seen this week? How many times on social media? Or even on TV this week? You know, that's a great news story this week.
Clickbait!
You know the average Thanksgiving dinner has 3,000
3,000 calories.
How many burpees do you want to do for that cup of stuffing, Leslie? 0. I'm doing no burpees.
I have to say that whenever you start seeing fitness people, nutrition people, on social media, on TV, talking to you about, we're going to do this exercise, this workout, in order to burn off or pre-burn. People are already working on a pre-calorie burn today for tomorrow. I don't know. I didn't learn that in my master's degree in exercise physiology. There was not a chapter on the pre-burn. No. That is a red flag to you. As soon as someone who claims to know or be an expert in fitness or nutrition, and they're saying, we're going to work out extra or do this in order to burn a meal you haven't had yet, or to burn it the day after you've had it, that's a red flag for you. Does not have a good working knowledge of how the body works, of fitness or nutrition. And you need to be wary of that. That is a red flag for someone who has limited knowledge. Because as soon as you come at people with fear, we come at people with fear when we don't know what we're talking about. I said it. I've been faking it for
I know
years.
I was like, she's going, let her go.
And I have to say it. When you come out with fear, it's because you lack knowledge. Right? If you are confident and have knowledge in healthy behaviors, healthy habits, you don't have to live in fear.
And just think it through. Think it through logically. Let's say that if you do eat stuffing, I keep picking stuffing because that's my favorite. In the bird stuffing. You eat that stuffing, and let's say, I don't know, pick a number, 120 burpees will get the job done. If you're already in the mindset, do you really think those burpees are going to make you feel better? I'm guessing no. Because you're already in the mindset,
Punish.
that punish, right? Purge,
Yeah. Binge, purge, punish.
Right.
And you're never going to get anywhere in that cycle. No positive changes. No, there's no positivity in binge, purge, punish.
There is positivity in enjoying the day.
Absolutely.
It's one meal. It's one day.
For some people, it may be 3. You may have a large family. Pace yourself.
It's just a day.
But if you're already sitting down at a meal and thinking of ways of self-punishment,
I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to have that. I won't touch those rolls. I'm not going to eat that. I'll have a tiny piece of pie. How many times by the time pie rolls around, how many family members are like, I just want a tiny sliver like that?
right?
No, just have a piece of pie.
Or wait. For some reason, we have this mentality every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, every Easter, right? Like it's not like the 1940s where you maybe couldn't get sweet potatoes all the time. You can make sweet potato casserole any day of the week
Right now.
because those ingredients are available to you all the time, along with anything else on that table. So quit looking at everything as the last meal. And also, I know for myself, I have gotten to the point where if I'm eating something and I'll be like, this doesn't even taste that good,
Yeah.
then don't eat it. Because sometimes, maybe Aunt Margaret messed up on the pecan pie this year and, she's getting older and something was missed and you're like, I think I've had enough, Aunt Margaret, thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's not,
Right.
you become,
My thing is green bean casserole. I'm sorry. I'm sure it's good. No.
Listen, if you know me, you know my math issues, you know there's way too much going on, and God, you know. And unfortunately, my children, because I have never made food that much stuff touches at one time, my children won't go near it either. I think I made it one year, and they were like, what is that? No. Because like, my food doesn't touch. I was a nightmare to raise as a kid.
So we're going to wrap up our series on sabotage, and we're going to move on in December, looking forward to the new year.
Yes, positive.
Yes, lots of positivity, talking about goal setting and attitudes and how to bring in that positivity for yourself. Yes, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to look forward to those things as we get closer to the new year.
And really starting the preparation work to have a successful January. You can't start thinking about it December 30th. Planning, and let's hit the ground running December, January, and let's have a great holiday season.
I like it.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Have a great Thanksgiving.